Riders of the Purple Sage, a condensed version. Introduction. Published in 1912, Riders of the Purple Sage is a quintessential Western novel by Zane Grey that explores themes of love, justice, freedom, and moral conflict. Set in the stark and rugged landscape of Utah in the late 19th century, it tells the story of Jane Withersteen, a devout Mormon woman whose independence and compassion bring her into conflict with the patriarchal and authoritarian structure of her community. The opening conflict. Jane Withersteen is a wealthy rancher in the small Mormon town of Cottonwoods. Despite her devout faith, she defies local religious leaders by befriending and supporting Gentiles, non-Mormons, including a cowboy named Bern Venters. Her defiance angers Elder Tull, a powerful church leader who desires control over her vast estate and seeks to marry her against her will. The story begins with Tull and his men preparing to whip Venters for his perceived insolence. Jane, horrified by their cruelty, intervenes, showing her determination to protect her friend. However, this act of defiance further alienates her from the Mormon community, and Tull vows to ruin her. As tensions escalate, a mysterious gunman named Lassiter arrives in Cottonwoods. Known for his deadly reputation as a vigilante, Lassiter is on a personal quest to avenge the abduction of his sister by Mormon leaders years ago. Though initially wary of him, Jane is drawn to Lassiter's sense of justice and his unexpected kindness. Bern Venters and Bess. Fearing for Venters' safety, Jane insists he leave Cottonwoods. Venters reluctantly agrees and ventures into the wilds of the Utah Canyonlands, where he encounters a group of rustlers led by the infamous Oldring. During a shootout, Venters wounds a masked rider, only to discover the rider is a young woman named Bess. Venters takes Bess to a secluded valley to nurse her back to health. The two grow close, and Bess reveals she has been held captive by Oldring since childhood. As Venters cares for her, they fall in love, and he dreams of building a life with her away from the violence and turmoil of Cottonwoods. Meanwhile, Venters discovers a hidden valley filled with lush vegetation and natural beauty, which becomes their refuge. This idyllic setting serves as a stark contrast to the harshness of the surrounding desert and the conflicts of the outside world. Jane and Lassiter. Back in Cottonwoods, Jane faces increasing pressure from Tull and the church elders. They begin to take control of her cattle, land, and water, threatening her independence. Despite her faith, Jane struggles with the corrupt and oppressive actions of the Mormon leadership. Lassiter becomes her protector, standing guard over her property and confronting those who seek to harm her. His presence deters Tull and his men, but it also heightens tensions. Over time, Jane learns of Lassiter's tragic past and the deep wounds that drive his quest for vengeance. She is torn between her religious beliefs and her growing affection for the enigmatic gunman. Lassiter's influence causes Jane to question her faith and the authority of the church. His unwavering sense of justice inspires her to assert her own independence and stand up against the corruption in her community. The Rustlers and the Secret of Bess. Venters and Bess's peaceful existence in the hidden valley is interrupted when Venters discovers evidence linking Oldring to the Mormon elders. He learns that Bess is believed to be Oldring's daughter, but she reveals the truth. She is not his biological child but was raised by him after being taken from her family as a baby. This revelation deepens Venters' resolve to protect Bess and leave the dangerous world of Cottonwoods behind. However, the couple's plans are complicated by the ongoing conflict between Jane, Tull, and Lassiter. The climax. The novel's climax brings all the characters together in a final showdown. Tull and his men launch an all-out assault on Jane's property, seeking to force her submission once and for all. Lassiter and Venters join forces to defend Jane, leading to a dramatic and violent confrontation. In the chaos, Lassiter discovers the truth about his sister's fate. She was taken by the Mormon elders and ultimately perished. Consumed by grief and rage, Lassiter exacts his revenge, bringing an end to Tull's reign of terror. As the dust settles, Jane and Lassiter, along with Venters and Bess, flee Cottonwoods. They retreat into the remote wilderness, seeking refuge from the violence and oppression they have endured. Resolution. The story concludes in the hidden valley, where the characters find a measure of peace and hope. Venters and Bess prepare to start a new life together, free from the shadows of their past. Jane and Lassiter, having faced their own personal reckonings, embrace a future built on mutual respect and understanding. The novel ends with Lassiter causing a massive rockslide that seals the entrance to the valley, cutting them off from the outside world but ensuring their safety. The hidden valley becomes a sanctuary, symbolizing freedom, renewal, and the possibility of a better life. Themes and legacy. Riders of the Purple Sage is more than a Western adventure. It is a story of moral conflict, personal transformation, and the struggle for justice in an unforgiving world. Through its vivid descriptions of the Utah landscape, the novel emphasizes the power of nature to heal and inspire. The characters' journeys reflect themes of resilience, love, and redemption. Jane's evolution from a submissive believer to an independent woman highlights the importance of questioning authority and standing up for one's values. Lassiter's transformation from a vengeful gunman to a protector underscores the redemptive power of love and forgiveness. Zane Grey's portrayal of the tensions between individual freedom and institutional control remains relevant, making Riders of the Purple Sage a timeless exploration of the human spirit. This condensed version distills the novel's essence, capturing its dramatic plot, rich themes, and enduring appeal as a classic of Western literature.